Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. To my bed crimers, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. To anyone new here, a warm welcome. Thank you for checking out the channel. Let me just ask that after listening to and or watching the video, if you found you enjoyed it, please do me a favor, smash that like button. And if you want to support the work I do, please consider a Patreon membership. You'll find a link in the description. Now, let's dig in. It is every parent's worst nightmare. You leave your child alone for mere minutes. You allow them a first taste of doing, say, a bike ride alone in a park, and they don't return. That was the real-life nightmare that befell 9-year-old Charlotte Sena's parents when she disappeared from Moreau Lake State Park in New York on Saturday around 6:15 p.m. The family was camping at the park, and Charlotte wanted to do one extra loop on her bike alone. The parents said okay, but then Charlotte didn't return within the expected 15 minutes, and searchers later found her abandoned bike. This was a case of an abduction, and soon it was all men and women on deck because the authorities know the grim statistics in these cases. In 76% of missing children homicide cases studied, the child is dead within 3 hours of the abduction. But then, on Monday night, a miracle came. The Amber Alert on Charlotte was canceled, and the little girl had been found. That really is a miracle if you think of those horrible statistics. Charlotte was found in good health, hidden away inside a cabinet in a camper. Her alleged abductor, a 46-year-old man named Craig Nelson Ross Jr., put up a fight before being taken into custody Monday night. Charlotte was taken to a hospital to be evaluated. Here's how Ross was caught, according to Governor Kathy Hochul. At around 4:20 a.m., state police saw a man drop something into the Sena family's mailbox. It turned out to be a ransom note. Apparently, they saw the person drive up and drop the note off, but they didn't get a license plate. The police dusted the ransom note for fingerprints. Their first person of interest wasn't a match, but they then found the right prints in a 1999 DWI arrest from Saratoga County. That's when 46-year-old Craig Nelson Ross Jr.'s name popped up. It took the police 10 hours between watching the man drop off the note and then tracking him through his fingerprints. Next, state and federal tactical teams stormed a camper behind Ross's mother's double-wide trailer in Ballston Spa, New York, which is just outside Saratoga Springs. So the distance between Moreau Lake State Park and Ballston Spa is 23 miles, which translates to a 26-minute car ride. Inside the camper, the agents located Ross, and after some resistance, he was taken into custody. And get this, Ross lives just 2 miles from Charlotte's home. Charlotte was found in a cabinet covered. So this little punk man, Ross, was living right behind his mom in a camper, and that's where he took Charlotte. Charlotte was then reunited with her family at a local hospital, and now Charlotte and her family live in Porter Corners, New York, which is only 12.2 miles away from Moreau Lake State Park. Some people are saying it's odd for a family to camp over the weekend so close to home. I don't know, I think it's a different experience. Charges against Ross are pending. About 400 officers, specialists, and volunteers searched for evidence of Charlotte on Sunday and Monday. So we know little about this Craig Ross person, just that he's 46, lives in a camper behind his mother, had a DWI in 1999. I did a little research on him. He was born in March of 1977. He currently lives in a space that's 980 square feet, supposedly. It's not known how much money Ross asked for in the ransom note. It's also unclear if he did anything more to Charlotte beyond nabbing her. For anyone who is grabbed like this, it would be a traumatic experience, and I think all the more so when you're 9 years old. Let's hope Charlotte is given all the care needed to process this scary, scary happening so that she's not forever scarred by it. I'm sure we'll be learning more about Craig Ross tomorrow. Stay tuned until the next time on Bed Crime Stories. Sleep tight.